style that's worked best in WRL. It feels like after they've been able to take down their opponents in FPX, the biggest contenders and the ones that were most likely to gatekeep them from the finals in the first place, once they got to that point, they were more than willing to go back towards a style that succeeded for them in the past, having a scaling option for low in the jungle, being able to play aggressively from there, and then go into the late game with a scaling composition that Camille fits right in that build.
Yeah, and the Camille gives you the options to make plays in the early to make game as well. Go for something flashy and skirmishes. We've seen Long pull out some highlight reel clips with that Camille. Won't be surprised to see him pilot that one again. But with that in mind, Yiza also had an MVP performance on Camille. This is good. I like this.
So now it's like J-Team, they have two other picks. Do they potentially take away the Corki? Corki could be a one that you could take away. Oh, you just go Jace again.
But this
now I just feel like Nova just go Corki here, and they're just like, okay.
Yet again is J-Team just tunnel visioning on the early game, right? Jace Lee said, will secure your early game, but at what cost?
Yeah, exactly. It's comfort picks really as well.
Sure, that's fair. To be honest, Pen had a great showing on the Jace in the first game. I think his damage, his pokes, pre-dragon fights, pre-skirmish setups was fantastic. It's just not enough to close out the game at the end.
All right, so Camille going to the top side of the map.
Show.
Yeah.
And there it is, the
Corki.
Corki.
Yeah, there's the Corki again. I think this is fine for Nova. Again, you're playing Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao's a very good champion into Lee Sin, into Jace. Loves to dive in, you know, Jace in melee form, Lee Sin as well, but also they go for Riven now. But again, the way that I see J-Team's comp is like, okay, we want to go in. Xin Zhao is the perfect champion for that. You just use your ultimate, you knock everyone away, and all that engage that you have from J-Team is basically negated.
The two big things I want to take note of in this draft right now is like, firstly, what Brandon said, barrel lane matchup now going to get a lot of attention. Camille against Riven, whoever gets a lead in that matchup is likely to snowball. You want to devote all your resources there. But I really love Nova sacrificing their top side of the map, just showing all three picks there, just to make sure that they would not get counter-picked by J-Team 4-5 from Rip. This is really good stuff to secure their bot lane, ban away the trash. Really smart from Nova. They know J-Team are going to throw the Gambit down in Dragon Lane now.
This is a little surprising to me. The Alistar being banned by J-Team, bro. I feel like this could be a great angle for the Alistar here. They need some form of disengage. Maybe something like the Gragas could still come through. Nova have so much engage going for them. You have the Camille going through, you have the package, you have the Xin Zhao, and then whatever you want to finish off the composition with just rounds off that composition. J-Team, on the other hand, they don't have many tools that can get you away from a fight to begin with. You're very likely going to have to reposition away from these fights, and you think back to how J-Team lost and failed the fights around the Dragon was because Nova collapsed in on them and they couldn't stop them.
All right, something going on with
Did they really just style on?
No, we're waiting to see what
did they really just style on them and then just like they just didn't ban?
No, I'm sure there's something there. We're probably just gonna have to wait and see on that one. But I mean, from the picks that we do see already, I really love the idea that both teams are taking. The approach, it's cool. Both teams have good drafts.
We'll get an update to you with what is the status on draft right now, as it does look like we're in a holding pattern. And
oh wow, Karma was one that I forgot about.
Wait, Karma is still up.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I mean, Karma is really a champion.
It's game one all over again.
I mean, it hasn't really had a lot of priority at all in this series, which is quite interesting because, you know, Karma for me is like more of a supportive champion. You can play her in the support role, but you know, the WRL teams love to play in mid lane, love to play her in the dual lane as more of an AP carry as well. So now it's over to Remake. I feel like Remake just picks Orianna, Ziggs here. Ziggs is open. Ziggs can be a pick for Remake. There's a Rakan. I honestly feel like this is a Ziggs pick. Rakan, Ziggs is a really good combo. You use the quickness from Rakan, you use the Mega Inferno Bomb as well from Ziggs, and it's a really good combo. And Remake has performed really, really well in the Ziggs, and there it is.
Ziggs is a checkmate angle right here. You look at the things that this secures for you, the combos that Nova have access to right now. Like you said, the Rakan Ziggs combo. You have the Cocky Ziggs Perma-Scale, Perma-Wave Clear combo. You have the Camille Ziggs, Hextag Ultimate them into Inferno Bomb side lane on someone combo. There's just no play for Nova for J-Team. I really love Nova's draft yet again.
And again, it's the Xin Zhao as well, because, you know, you think of J-Team, you know, they have opportunities to dive onto, you know, the Corki and the Ziggs, but then you have Xin Zhao. As long as Xin Zhao's next to them, disengage, really easy.
And I really love how Nova used Xin as an Olaf replacement. Olaf has been falling off in the meta. Xin has a good matchup into Lee. I love this adaptation from Nova.
And then the classic, if you're picking engage with Rakan, we'll pick disengage here with Gragas. It doesn't necessarily fit with the rest of the engage composition that you drafted in 1, 2, and 3, but they do have themselves an AP answer here.
But I think the good thing is that Gragas sometimes is used to isolate a target. You know, you can isolate a target. Yeah, you can isolate a target with the explosive cast, maybe the Ziggs, maybe the Corki as well.
All right, so with that just confirmed as well with League admins, Nova deciding not to ban.
They're just that cool. They are just that cool.
Just like, we don't need a ban.
We don't need to ban Karma, one of the most banned champions.
From being the first ever Icons Global champions. And if they do win this one, in a 4-0 fashion, that's cementing them truly how dominant they are in the entire world.
They beat FPX to get here. They took on the best opponents in the bracket. And they stand here not even looking phased so far. We were talking between games. Our biggest criticism of Nova so far this series has been that they look like they're having a little bit too much fun. Last game, Neon was getting a little too aggressive.
Yeah, we saw even outside of the Rift, before the draft even started, we could see smiles from Nova. They were stretching. They were in a very good mood.
They got a 3-game buffer, man.
True.
But if Nova want to clinch down this series, they need to tighten up for potentially the last game.
And if J-Team want to somehow come back in this, they have a game plan. It's get Cherry gold early. Here he comes trying to steal away some jungle, and he is on vision. They will know about him.
And look at Long right now, rotating quickly. Even Neon, they want to get this collapse? No.
So the entire game plan for J-Team is to get Cherry an early lead. There's a lot of squishy characters over on Nova. If Cherry on the Lee Sin gets early gold, he can pass it around, get burst damage, win the game.
Yeah, DY tried to get back into the river, but out of position, not on the same sync up.
Here.
But Dawn is forcing the flash. You can see that everyone is throwing hands at each other just because they know how pivotal it is for Cherry to get online early.
What a crazy start to a Game 3 played on a knife's edge. J-Team win the skirmish. They're going to get both of these Scuttle Crabs, so a minor gold lead for their star carry in the early game.
And the fact that Cherry didn't even need flash.
Barry flashing forward. Gets the flash out of Remake. Can they punish here? Cherry is going to stay here. They can prep a dive.
Remember, he still has flash. He can make a play over here.
Looking for Yami. Yami doesn't have sums from the prior exchange. Cherry still has flash, as you called it out, Riku. The rest of J-Team forcing them temporarily off the turret, but they can't look for the dive.
But this is what map control, tempo control looks like, because J-Team had enough. Uh-oh.
Nian?
He'll be fine.
I think.
No! Nova! First blood for Nan! Remember, guys, this is the mid lane that came in as a substitute for Nova, originally a Baron laner, and said, I can role swap, I can fill in for the team.
And we saw his performance when they went up against FPX. Truly remarkable, truly just very stable. And the fact that, again, Pan held onto his flash with that 1v1 trying to run away. Neon trusted his skill shots, and then he got that first blood for Nova.
And up against FPX, we saw Long, the star player over on Nova, get shut down, which meant that the game fell into the hands of Neon, into the hands of Yiza and Remake, who stepped up. Here in this series, it has been the Long show all series long, so much so that Long stands on the precipice of being the first and only player in our international history to hit 100 kills in a single tournament. He's at 99, Mark.
And it feels like he might do it in a manner where he's just crazy when it comes to his champion pool. He is unchallenged, not only right now as we look at it, not only his champion pool, his performance, his consistency, and it's just everything. Always at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, it's that rotation. Here we go.
Like now.
DY doesn't have flash anymore. They punish on it. Remake finds the kill.
Stays at 99 kills. Remake able to find one, which will get more badly needed gold onto the key carry, the Ziggs of Nova Esports.
Barry looking for the collapse on Along, forcing the flash out of him. He's got Cherry in his back pocket alongside Pan. They force him away from the river.
Really good signs of life from J-Team here as they bring the entire team to bear on a Rift Scuttler, maintaining control of the Rift as these Drakes come up.
I think the biggest difference is that, yeah, Cherry is still lingering around this corner, hunting
Does
for
he
Long's
dare?
head.
Do it.
Will he?
Oh!
No!
And that means that Nova Esports maintain control of their side of the jungle, but don't have any extended control of our next objective. 17 seconds away from Rift Herald and Dragon. And J-Team do have the burst damage early on to win this fight, if only they can coordinate well enough.
And it all boils down to Cherry, again, building up Yomu's Ghostblade, wanting to get that damage in. Rift Herald, we might see the early 4v4 because, as you can see, Neon and Pan are doing a big 1v1. Remake, though, being forced out of his tower because of Barry's pull.
They're starting Rift Herald up in the top side. Neon dueling down bottom for a kill.
He's about to package forward here, but the rest of the 4v4 is on the other side of the map. It is the explosive cast from DY, scaparating the map. Cherry with the Dragon Strike by the two-man knockup. Long is taken out by Barry, and the rest of J-Team have the damage to secure the first. No! Wait! Who got the Rift Herald? DY secures it, but Remake gets a revenge kill onto Cherry.
Easy might continue this though, we'll see. No, not enough range, too risky, but Remake kills Cherry.
Pan chasing forward here versus Neon. Cherry lives into the second half of that fight on maybe 1 HP, and Remake correctly sees an opportunity to get a little bit more gold, poking over the wall.
Gotta love this team fight though. The kick coming from Barry in the back line with the Transcendent Embrace was just beautiful to watch. And at this point...
Look at Cherry right here. 1 HP, the shielding keeps him up, and then he just steps a little bit too far forward. And Remake says, yoink.
Yeah, really sneaky.
Bomb clips him, man. And now the rest of J-Team. There's still a dragon to fight over here.
Yeah, J-Team in control of a game for kind of the first time in a while. Slightly behind in gold, but they do have the Rift Herald in their pockets. That should give them the leverage necessary to fight for this dragon.
And I think it's a really good sign for J-Team. Imagine they're 0-3, by the way, in this series. And looking at how they've been playing so far, very aggressive. Look at Cherry finding these flanks, finding these kills.
The big target here is Remake. If Cherry can find a way to shut down Remake, that's kind of the first item on the agenda. He's gotten a lot of gold early, and he can do the most damage in this game by a mile.
Remember, Dawn is not here, 4v5.
Itse onto the aggressive. Going forward with a hook shot, forcing DY to body slam over the wall.
Our fight resets here. J-Team backing away, scared of the Nova engage. They need to find one through their burst damage. Use Cherry to start the fight. Pick off key targets.
Pan gets a little bit of burst damage down onto Neon.
Rift
It's
Herald
Yami
in mid.
forward. Mega Inferno Bomb. That's the 100th kill of the game for Long. And Nova Esports can continue the pressure. Yitse has got Barry and the rest of J-Team wrangled up here in the blue buff jungle.
100 kills this tournament to Long, and maybe a dragon to their name.
They're still pretty much healthy at this point to keep going. Look at Neon. He wants Cherry's head.
Yeah, Cherry was pushing in the mid lane, gets the Rift Herald unlocked for the mid turret, but gets singled out and forced away by Neon. That ensures that the dragon will go over to Nova.
DY
Will it?
still sticking
DY?
around.
DY tries to steal it, throws out a cast, doesn't make the steal happen. Long secures it. Here comes Pan on a 1v2.
Dawn's coming.
Can he get the damage out? Dawn is coming, is making the charge. Long blinking, but doesn't fall, and Dawn is too late.
What a fight. It was so straggled.
Absolutely, Rika. And during that time, Cherry ran the Rift Herald through the mid lane, did find 2 turrets there, or a turret and a half, and just got the turret on the top side. So, weirdly enough, the gold at the end of all of that nonsense is dead even despite Nova cleaning up the fight. A whole lot of gold goes on to DY as the mid turret falls. That brings his support character almost 1,000 gold ahead.
Oh, Dawn, I don't know if you want this. Here comes Yami once again. The grand entrance knockup is going to force the Blade of the Exile out of Dawn. He's got backup here. Barry fishing for poke.
Yeah, this is absolutely tricky. Dawn, very low. They're going in.
DY, body slam, explosive cast, right onto Nova's heart and core. Can they get the damage down? Pan finds it onto Long, shuts down the jungler for Nova. They're continuing the dive. Remake has got nowhere else to run, no summoner spells, and it is Barry and Cherry with the cleanest dive.
The turret juggling by J-Team, the way that they maneuver, the way that push and pull, he's fine. He's going to be A-okay.
He's all right.
He's okay.
Just
He's
a
all right.
redemption.
But this is the way that you really should play. J-Team is doing everything right. We're looking at Nova's composition, still has to scale in 50 minutes onwards, and now they're taking advantage of that window.
Yeah, we are seeing the aggression we've been missing, and it is worthy of this Coca-Cola pop-off play. As look at this dive, looks so scary, but Remake is the instant focus. The way that Cherry immediately refocuses as the Mega Inferno Bomb comes in, they use Barry's shielding to amp up the attack, and they find key kills heading into this second Rift Herald fight.
It's absolutely scary. Remember, the push and pull.
Package from Neon separates members. It looks like they've already isolated one onto J-Team Barry.
Barry.
Can they collapse? Can they
DY gets him
reorganize?
out.
But the rest of Remake has to get out because he was singled by J-Team's front line. And now the reset on the Rift Herald.
Yeah, both 80 carries, Remake, Barry are low. They have to go back. They have to reset. not committing just yet. Vision-wise, it's still pretty good for both of these teams. And again, the Barry almost died there. DY saved him.
So things to watch as this fight continues. Remake doing massive damage, doesn't have Mega in front of bomb yet, but will again. Also, Neon doing really well in this game. Will have a lot of gold. It's down to Cherry in particular to find those kills.
Cherry forced the flash there. But then another fight on the right side. Barry's been picked off here by Neon. And now Nova can collapse. They have the numbers advantage.
Here comes JT. This is the
45.
burn on the Rift Herald.
Cherry, can he get in? He has vision, but he can't see the objective. Long secures it once again. Cherry has to force to give it up. Mega Inferno Bomb ensures that he can't recall just
The
yet.
target prioritization of Nova, they're able to get Barry very easily here. And again, Nova doing everything right.
Rift Herald in the top side as Nova continue to press forward, continue to do everything
Oh,
right.
here comes Yami. Grand entrance, quickness, they've charmed him up. Panda's got nowhere else to run. He pops the stasis,
dead.
but it's only delaying the inevitable. A flash away, but that's the sweep. It
he's
doesn't clip him,
done.
but it gets his flash. He ensures the kill.
You gotta love how Nova is adjusting through J-Team's playstyle. They've said, okay, you're aggressive. We're gonna do that 2 times. And look at Neon.
Wait, Neon is getting so much damage. Flashing away from Cherry, the Dragon's Rage, the stun. Bam! J-Team lock down Neon.
A massive pickup for J-Team. I don't know if it's enough to stem the bleeding, though, as their gold lead has evaporated as Nova continue to find fight after fight, kill after kill, and they are scaling. This is going to be a scarier Remake in 5 more minutes once he's completed his second item. This is only Luden's Echo that is doing all of this AP damage.
Knock up.
You can't disrespect Remake Ziggs. It has been taken away from him the entire series, and the first game he gets it. He is dropping damage like bombs, baby.
Literally. And imagine what TJ said. It's just a Ludens. He's even building a tier, which means he's expecting this to go through the long haul. He's expecting that Cherry, Pan, and Dawn are going to be constantly eyeing for an opportunity to eliminate him.
DY finding the body slam on the long. I don't know if you want to tangle with this warrior. And Yeast is coming for the flank. And Yami is able to tangle that into a 2-man knock of the rest of J-Team. Have to find a way, but here comes Neon with the package once again. J-Team have been separated at their very core. Cherry running for his life, popping the stasis, but it only delays his death. J-Team once again routed off. Empire is the only one left standing.
And Nova came into this tournament with everything to prove. They're not a legacy League of Legends organization. They're not a name that League of Legends fans will have known, but they're a name mobile esports fans will have known. And here in Wild Rift, they are stepping up, moments away from closing out this game and winning their first ever World Championship.
We're heading into 14 minutes of the game. 2 dragons secured by Nova. Let's take a look back at that fight.
It all started because of the engage, the powerful engage that Nova has. You've got Hookshot, you've got Hextech Ultimatum, knockups, everything. If you isolate a certain target, everybody's pretty much squishy on the side of Nova. You clean the fight. The target prioritization again of Nova is just insane.
It's perfect. They know exactly who to focus, and every time J-Team make one of these mistakes where they step a little bit too far forward, we have it from Dawn, we have it there from DY, Nova punished them perfectly, saving cooldowns. Long used his ultimate right when Sherry wanted to re-engage and potentially turn the fight. Nova took the entire front half of that battle without spending anything, had everything still up for the second half.
Cherry was trying to link off of Yami and find Remake with a kick flash. Could not get in range. Clutch exhaust.
Yeah, instantly used the exhaust. Remake not having any of Cherry. Cherry, one of the few members of J-Team that still has any gold to their name and can do serious damage to the key carryover on Nova.
And one thing that Nova has now, they've won the 5v5 team fight earlier. Now they've got the 4-1 split push that Yize will always win against Dawn, and a 1v1 standpoint, collapse coming through.
Jerry, you gotta run, buddy. Yeetsid doesn't get in range, can't lock him down with the Hextech Ultimatum.
And this entire time, Long was cleaning out the top side of the map, took away a whole bunch of jungle farm, and set up Vision. With the Baron on the map, J-Team have to know they are playing with their tournament lives on the line. One team fight loss could eliminate them from Icons and crown Nova world champions.
Looking for the pick right now. Dawn and Cherry trying to link up onto Yeetsid, but he's got too much mobility. And Cherry is forced to flash, but he knows that the rest of the cavalry is coming one. Yinse with the Hextech ultimatum locks him down with the hook shot. He clips him. Precision protocols, enough damage. DY with the explosive cast trying to link him up. Leewall long in the 1v3, but it calls in Neon for backup. And the rest of Nova have to retreat here, have to bide their time, waiting for cooldowns. Yami with another grand entrance. Yinse looking for the hook shot. If they get enough damage here, they can push it. They can take everything.
2 dead, including the jungler. J-Team don't have enough to control this map. Baron is up. Turrets are falling in the bottom lane. Here in mid, Nova have almost done it.
Yeah, J-Team losing a lot of map control right now. It is very risky for them to walk forward with the map state right now, or else it might snowball into Nova ending this game.
Nova have their hands on the trophy, Mark. They have one palm pressed firmly up against the trophy on this stage as they look for one more good fight. They have an 8,000 gold lead. They have a scaling composition. And the only thing they need to do now is not screw it up.
And bide their time for the Elder Dragon to spawn. Nova can play the slow and patient game. Wait for J-Team to come forward. It is on them to make moves, and it's on Nova to punish.
And the only thing Nova need to do is keep bullying J-Team, keep taking away their jungle, keep growing this gold lead.
And I feel like the only angle J-Team could take, a very, very slim chance, is Yidze split pushing without teleport, but I don't think it's very difficult right now.
A kick onto Yami, they stun him down. Grand entrance in the quickness, no way he gets
Yes!
out. He's out of there, baby! J-Team can't even get a pick onto the support, and Neon is looking for the collapse package. They chained onto DY. It's still a 4-on-4 for Nova and J-Team, and J-Team have health bars advantage. They might look to pursue, but you gotta be careful about remakes damage.
This is the best chance J-Team are gonna get. A 1-for-1 trade. Their support for Neon.
Looking for it, grand entrance doesn't clip him, Mega Inferno bomb, only gets Dawn onto the backside, tactical sweep, looking for Cherry, looking for Yinse, Dawn about to fall, and Nova looking to push for the final win, double kill over to them, Nova, it's just one more,
just going
Barry,
down
they're
there.
gonna go down the mid lane, if you take out Barry, you guarantee they are going for it, don't even wait for the Elder, there it is, Nova and a Prime Gaming ace will do it! This is them blasting through the grand finals and engraving their names into the cosmos as your first ever icons!
What a statement for Nova Esports. 3-0 in the final. We didn't know if they were going to be able to complete the sweep, complete the final game, and there it is. Not even close.
It's insane when we look at their journey coming from play-ins. They had a few bit of struggles a little bit when we talk about teams that took games off of them, but it did not stop them. It did not stop them at all. 4-0ing, they took down FPX even in the playoffs.
They had to make roster swaps. They had to come here and beat the best teams in the WRL back to back after climbing all the way out to the play-in stage. And this has got to be the best selfie that they have ever taken.
Damn right, TJ, get the trophy in the picture with you guys. That is your name right. That is yours. You have earned it with every single match.
Nova Esports, your world champions. And it doesn't get better than that. The first ever world champions, earning Nova Esports a legacy that will remain in Wild Rift for years to come.
And I want to go back and talk about some of the struggles that Nova Esports faced to get here. You mentioned it before, Neon was a role swap from Baron lane to